back, everybody. I have made cheeseburgers in the time that since I've been hung on. Um, it's going to be at least a day before Hex is up and going, just because they're going to let you rest because you were just almost mostly dead.
Now, I don't want to be that metagamey person who thinks about stuff, but I'm just basing it off the fact that you mentioned it, and I think it's a really cool, nifty idea. And Rod has like 8 logic, so maybe he remembers stuff like that. Now, did I think about his deck, or his stuff, or because from what what I'm thinking is that we all assume he has stuff in his head, right? And the doctor asked Dante, "Did we recover his deck?" Right? I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that, but Dante had that question put to them. Hex, did you tell them you had an implanted deck before, or is that?
I don't think I just told them. I think I more or less kind of implied it.
Insinuated?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember stating, "Hey guys, I've got a deck in my head."
Sure. So you did get whatever she had on her. That part's easy. But you, as a matrixly oriented individual, you do know that you can leave your RCC out in the car and still operate as though you had it on your person until you get far away. So it is possible if she has a deck that she has it. Maybe she may have left it at home. She may have had it implanted. She may have had it somewhere nearby.
Okay. I was just thinking about are there enough excuses for me not to worry about stuff?
You can worry about stuff if you want.
No, I don't want to.
But it's up to Dante on whether or not he came to you guys and asked about, did you get her deck?
Nope.
Damn you, Dante, and killing conversations and possible stuff.
Well, it's a conversation that you could perhaps have later. Do you guys want to do anything, or you want to just flash forward to when Hex wakes up in the dock wagon facility?
Well, since Heck's gonna wake up in a while, I guess we might do just a tiny bit of research about stuff. Or are you saving? I mean, the fake body thing, or are you saving that for inter-session conversation?
No, if you guys want to talk about getting a body to have altered to look like Larry, it's something you can totally talk about.
I'm okay just saying it happens as long as the Nuyen balances out.
Exactly,
if it's going to cost 80,000 Nuyen for a 60,000 payout, that's obviously.
No, so you're trying to get paid for the bounty?
Ideally.
Sort of, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking about twins, because that would be the lowest cost exit. We just could ice the twin and, we'd have a bounty.
Do you have a twin?
You think Larry would be okay with that?
With you murdering his twin? I don't know.
Well, how he feels about him.
That's not a question of how he feels about it. He's Yakuza somebody, so... Yakuza nobody, even, so really.
Yakuzas have feelings.
They have family and brothers and stuff.
Well, we would relieve him of this inconvenience of having a family.
Man, that's cold. So,
well, he almost got one of us killed, so really.
That's true.
Jeez.
To be fair, that was all Hex's fault, not Larry's fault. You guys were having a nice, pleasant conversation until somebody started messing with somebody else's gear. But that's not important.
Yeah.
We could just kind of go through the night of Rot cleaning up his van. The rest of you guys going to ground and sitting on Larry for a little bit.
Well, I would ask somebody to help me, not just by myself.
Sure.
If Jet and Dante have Larry covered, I'll help Rod out.
Sure.
It might be best if Jet helps Rod out.
Oh.
Oh, now you're fighting over who's gonna help me. I like that.
It's less that and maybe somebody who isn't furious with Larry.
Dante can babysit him. You guys can go eat a burger or whatever you want.
Burgers.
Or clean up a bloody van.
Then wash our hands and then get burgers.
Yeah.
Um,
Wash your hands a lot.
Oh, I'm feeling really hungry, man. Just all the blood cleaning got me really hungry.
it's all that
Who's
wine
out? Who's
you're
up for
dealing with.
steaks? Nice and rare.
Yeah. I could go for 3 or 4 steaks.
So the next morning, Hex, you're gonna wake up slowly, less suddenly than what it was yesterday. Even though you don't
Wait.
really have a.
Can she wake up with us all standing over her like at the end of Wizard of Oz?
Sure.
Okay.
It's something weird and creepy you guys could totally do.
Yay!
I mean, like they're
It's gonna be
already
like
falsifying
Pokemon.
all the reports, so
Those are my
We should
favorite
all
things
be,
to
like-
do.
Crying. Or something.
did you
What
bring
is this gonna
Larry
be
with
like?
you for this, or is he somewhere else?
That's a good question. Are we tying him up to a pole or something?
I like the idea of like us all standing over Hex, smiling, and we're all pointing guns at Larry in the corner to make sure he doesn't move.
that could totally be the situation. So Hex,
I'll just
coming
be
to
pointing.
it's you can't really like move your head around all that much. But that's of course the second thing you notice after the ringing that is in your head. There's a cushy, warm feeling over most of your body, just chemical in nature. The the room is bright, but as it comes into focus, it's white, it's clean, it seems like a medical thing.
I might have been wounded.
So Hex is gonna kind of look around, reach up to rub the ear that keeps ringing,
Sorry, reach up to what?
to rub the ear that continues to ring.
You'll find that your arms are a bit restrained. For you guys, there is a nurse in the room. She's gonna see what you're trying to do and come over, and she's gonna try to make soothing sounds at you, but all you hear is ringing. And she's kind of shaking her head, but being gentle, not assaulting you almost.
Hex is gonna try and struggle against the restraints and like scream what's going on, but like really obnoxiously loud, since she can't really determine what the volume is.
Sure. So you guys hear Hex scream really loud about what's going on, and is Hex starting to fight a little bit?
She's trying to get like her arms to move, but being the twiglets that they are, it's probably not doing much.
I mean, they move. You just can't go more than a couple of inches from, their resting position, so you can't like reach up
No,
and touch your head or anything.
is this like a separate room or something?
No, you guys always wanted to be in there pointing guns at Larry.
Oh,
I
I
know,
was
but, like-
half joking about that, but
No, like was it like a separate room without any like other?
No, you guys are all
Well,
in there.
So Rod's sort of like as soon as Hex started like half screaming, Rod's gonna like turn around and close the door, like look quickly outside and close the door. Turn back around and start trying to have a conversation with Hex, like calm down, everything's fine, you're gonna be fine. And then sort of
like,
trying to maybe discern if I can get the reaction.
Bamce,
Hex looks somewhat
Mhm.
confused, like
I have my DNI
What?
Trode thing. Can I see Hex online?
Probably. Now that she's conscious, you probably see an
More
icon
than likely.
pop up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send her a message explaining what happened.
Wait, did we not see her online when she was unconscious?
Um, when she was from the time that she had gotten shot, um, you had not seen her online. Um, because in the
And then,
process of like when she got shot and she was mostly dead, physical overflow, her um, kind of like her body just
Yeah.
shuts down, dump shocked her a little bit, that kind of thing.
yeah, but I mean,
Mhm.
like, and then, but she came online when she opened her eyes.
Um,
That would be pretty hard to discern, I think.
well, no, it would
Like,
just be another persona. I'll leave that up to Hex whether or not her living persona comes online as she wakes up in that situation.
I'm going to think yes, because to her that is more of a natural state
Okay,
to be connected rather than not.
sure. And we'll. So yeah, no, you're getting a text message, and you guys will.
Shot
Those of you
in
guys.
hospital, gonna be fine. May have ear problems.
So, do you know that? Do we know that ear problems? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, the doctor told
the
us
street
her
doctor.
Doctor-
earlobes got blown up.
oh, I was totally like in the dark about that. Sorry.
No, that's
So
fine.
yeah.
You are aware that it's not like texts being charged by the minute or by the word, right?
I think
What
that
I was
was
thinking.
Sue's way of saying that it's here's the brief moment, and then
Okay.
here comes the exposition about your situation.
So
Yeah.
Hex is going to send a message back. Well, that would explain the ringing.
Try not to move. You're gonna be fine.
Text
You know, with
message
some
back.
umlauts and shit in there.
I'm like, why am I strapped to the table?
Because we kept going after your ear.
You guys would know that like it was especially Rock because he saw her freaking out in the street doc's office, and here it was just like a make sure that she doesn't because you have big problems with your ears and they have no way of really communicating that to you when you're unconscious, so they didn't want you to like jam your finger in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You tried to punch out the doctor. It was pretty rough.
I'm like, what doctor?
A safe one.
The one who patched you up.
Yeah,
I'm like, I really remember a doctor.
he was a great doctor. Took great care of you. You were safe as a kitten.
I'm like, if I saw the face of God, it was kind of an ugly bald man.
That actually lines up with a lot of cultural beliefs. Yeah, we had to slide him a bribe so he wouldn't press charges.
Was
So you owe us money. Pay up, girl.
Yeah, and Jed is like smirking as he sends that.
You didn't have to bribe him. He'd have been okay.
So how are you feeling? Other than like half deaf.
Well, it's a weird feeling to kind of fade out like that. But how long have I been out?
6, 7 months.
Half
You've
a
been
year.
asleep for 5 years. Dante got married.
To
To
rot.
you.
I actually lost my cyber arm. They got another one. They got 2 new ones, and I just got back to my old one. So
I finally went back to school and got my law degree.
Larry's living in Modesto as a woman.
mhm. And he's actually sane and normal now.
Finding a good woman really helped him settle down.
So Larry's a lesbian now?
And Dante was sitting near your bed for the whole time.
Well, I believe it's
Visiting
more
you
correct to
daily.
say he was always a lesbian.
Okay, so he's a transgender lesbian now?
And quite happy.
We will take you to him. You can talk it out.
He sends us Christmas cards. They're handmade and beautiful.
That's weird. I always thought Larry kind of, was attached to his, I guess, I always thought he's kind of attached and fond to that.
It was really
turns
just
out-
overcompensation.
It's not so attached to him.
I'm just saying that is totally a thing that you guys could do to try and hide him if you wanted to. It'd be a hard sell, but the technology exists.
You know, the second he wakes up with breasts, he won't be able to keep his hands off himself. So, no.
It would be like making him a favor or something.
You know there's a poetry to it, though. Considering his dick is what got him into trouble in the first place.
So Hex, you're
So,
gonna get
yeah.
a new text message from the nurse introducing herself and kind of explaining the situation a little bit in a bit of a medical thing, and then it'll hang there as it's asking for some consent for a thing, and she's let you know if that's okay. She's gonna release your restraints.
What was the consent for anyway?
Just for like, hey, you are here at our doctor-y thing for your doctor.
Okay.
Like a digital signature for the reports that these guys drew up and that kind of thing, because you were unconscious when you were brought in, that kind of stuff.
Also
Cool.
billing.
Hex will, I guess, fortunately sign that whether she likes it or not, thus saddling her with more debt. Yay.
But after that, she'll reach over you and gently stroke your head for a second and give you a reassuring warm smile as the intense ringing in your ears is still there. And then she'll unstrap you. Turn to your friends, say something to your friends that you can't hear, and then she'll send a message that you'll be free to leave in the next 45 minutes to an hour after we're sure that the drugs are out of your system and you're able to up and move about.
What does the nurse say to us?
Basically the same thing, that she'll be free to go in an hour or so after the paperwork's cleared, that she's able to up and move safely. To don't rush her right now. Does give you some details about like a therapist, because she can't hear anything right now, so depending upon how she wants to approach that angle.
So, as Rod is like a materialist, I don't know if you call it that way. So he cares about his stuff most of the time. And knowing how to relate to that, a hacker should also care about his stuff. I'm gonna like lean on to Hex and like, did we get everything? So
Did we pick up my taser?
did we? If you had it on you, then yes.
Yeah, if it was like in your pockets or whatever, not like in hand kind of thing, then yeah.
I'm going to assume it was like in like a holster or something.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So I'm like, yeah, then I guess we did.
No, I'm glad. I would hate you to lose capabilities. Would you care to exercise those to check for those like comm links, or did that scar you?
Dude, she's still in the hospital bed.
Yeah, lay off.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little worried about people coming after us. We're just gonna like uncomfortably sort of like get up, realize that like it's a little bit too soon, and maybe do his usual thing where he just walks out and gets the surveillance drones to look around.
Yeah, next time you get shot, we'll ask you to drive us to the Nan to visit a casino or something.
Casinos in the man.
Wait, does that still apply? Are there casinos?
Why would there not be?
Like
Okay.
Indian
Came from-
casinos.
Las Vegas, which is technically in the name, there's a bunch of casinos over there.
Yeah.
Like one-handed totems or something.
Yeah, we'll ask you to drive us to Vegas,
And I will. And I'll make you swallow those words as I die in my van.
Cool, free van.
Okay.
Aren't we all like standing inside of a hospital, like all actively brandishing weapons and or fingers? And this would be a bad room for anybody to surprise us in. I think we're fine.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, and within partial view of Rot, Jet makes a jerk off motion, referencing Rot to Hex.
Hex doesn't know exactly what to make of that. Apparently, she's learned more about Rot than she needs to know about him and his van. Just gonna shake her head and put her.
That hurts, by the way. When you do that.
Oh, that's another fun side effect.
You can't be visually judgmental.
You're gonna have trouble disagreeing to stuff.
I probably will, and unfortunately, you jerks will continue to put stuff up there over and over again for me to disagree with.
You can go ahead and heal up like 5 boxes of your physical damage that you have like from 0.
Well, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I believe it leaves you with 4 boxes of physical damage.
From 0, you said?
Yeah, like you were at a full physical track, and then.
I sure was, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Wounds. Heal up to 5. Me right there. So I'm not doing quite as bad.
Yeah, no, they did supply medical treatment, but you have the option to spend some more time here if you want, but that's going to be above and beyond what the favor that like a lot of what Larry's favors were to get it so that you could stand there with guns pointed at him and the reports were falsified and all of that kind of stuff.
So I guess we should be leaving quickly.
But that is up to you guys.
Oh, Dante's gonna get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever she's ready to leave.
Yep. Hex, they will supply you with your clothes that you were wearing that have been cleaned of blood.
That was nice of them.
Yep. Your various things. You didn't have anything that was forbidden on you, right?
I did.
Okay. Then yeah, no, all of your stuff is there.
Can she walk?
Yeah. It'll take a little while, like not immediately. Give her like 20 minutes to finish waking up and some of the drugs to wear off.
No, nothing I was wearing was forbidden. I guess except for my fake sin, but you don't exactly wear that.
Yeah, no, the fake sin doesn't count. And it's
Oh,
not a
okay.
like garbage sin, right? It's at least a 3 or something.
Rating 2, because that's what I could afford at the time I bought it.
Okay.
It's not like a garbage sin. Maybe.
As soon as this thing with like the comlink situation blows over, Rod sends a message of like, "What now?"
I don't have a body contact, so
Miss Cleo?
do we have to?
I don't want either. So I was hoping for you guys. Like, so Dante, what did your did we hear what your doc said about like the 60% of a body and that he can do this reliably?
He said as long as we get him a corpse that looks somewhat like him, that he should get it done.
Now,
We'd
The
have
big
to
question
talk to
is
somebody
cost.
about the ink.
Somebody that can replicate the ink and doesn't have any type of connection to the Yakuza.
well, we've got like Miss Cleo. I can ask for someone like that to my info broker, but that would cost us like right off the bat. So I'm saving that for later. And I have no other contacts because riggers are expensive people to character create into.
What
Wait.
the hell are you talking about, Rot?
I don't know, just
You okay,
making
man?
them comfortable with small talk.
Bamce,
Yo,
do they... Tattoos are done by humans with their hands still?
I mean, yes and no. Like you can get tattoo drones, I guess, but you know, it depends upon how into tattoos you are, and you to do like magical tattoos, you definitely need a person to do it.
Right. But if we got like a tattoo auto soft or something, like could we just not take pictures of Larry's back and get that put on a corpse?
And do tattoos fade these days?
Yes and no. There are some tattoos that you can get that are temporary, but are like I don't not like rub on tattoos, but are like let's get this done, like henna tattoos, sort of.
Yeah,
No,
I
like
mean, like, you know how tattoos fade over time.
Oh yeah, no, that's been long since solved. If you want.
Okay.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you could probably because there's like nano tattoos that you can get, which are relatively cheap.
But they go away after a couple weeks unless you have a hive. So the big
Sorry,
question
I was
is,
thinking of the LED tattoos, not the
Yeah, nano
gotcha.
tattoos have kind of gone by the wayside since the
whole CFD
body
thing.
snatcher thing. Yeah.
So yeah, no, there's LED tattoos are fairly cheap. The one in the book says it's like a thousand nuyen for um, I think like a back size tattoo.
No, we'll just have to
Um,
take pictures of Larry and then
as a
Oh,
burn
thing,
God.
our eyes.
the LED tattoos do cost essence. Um, Larry's are probably the ink type that don't.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
just for um, clarity when it comes to investigation aspects.
Right. I just wanted to see if we could do it with a robot rather than trying to hire a tattoo person who could perfectly replicate a Yakuza back tattoo and didn't know the Yakuza and would also do it on a corpse and then not talk.
This is true. It would probably be cheaper to do that with a drone of some kind,
Okay.
or
If only we knew
you wanted to
somebody who-
do the nano tattoo methodology.
no, drone doing it through ink would make it look more accurate.
Sure. Let's take a quick look at what kind of drone that might be, unless Rot has a kind of drone that he thinks would be
No,
appropriate.
no drone of mine has
Do you have a
hands or any like
do you have a medical
or
drone?
anything.
Do you have a medical
Or
drone?
anything. No. I look roto drones, driving drones, flying drones. No, no, like medical drones.
Sure.
I wanted to buy one, but that's not yet.
How much are
So,
they, and how hard are they to get?
Expensive.
well, we could try to maybe get like, but it's a question of like what the drone can do, what appendages does it have. What's the question here? Does it have to be like a medical drone, or can it be like one of those like little baby drones that you can sort of get to babysit your children with hands?
I was kind of
That can,
looking because like a medical drone would have some of the capability to like operate needles and stuff because it stabs things.
hmm.
Um,
But I was like looking at the children, sort of like those little baby-sized drones, like a little brother or something that was just that were described in the Rigger 5, and they said that if you supply the right autosofts, they can
yeah.
like make a trauma patch or something. So
Well, I was just looking so that you're not going out buying a random. I was like, I want to buy a drone just to do tattoos so that you could have something going on.
yeah,
Well, then later on, we just fill the ink guns. We replace, the ink gun with like a dart gun or something like that.
it will probably find use, but what drone would we have to buy to get the job done?
Really, anything that could operate a needle of some kind could work.
I don't believe there are like explicitly medical drones. Like,
There's a couple. There's the Caduceus is a medical drone, but
Yeah,
that's 16,000 Nuyen.
yeah, that's like for surgical assistance, right?
Yeah,
mhm.
or like this is a doctor when you don't have doctors.
What would a tattoo place actually have?
Um, they would probably have some like half anthro drone kind of thing, maybe a wand. Um, but then it would be about the software that is installed on it.
So if we can get something with a an arm of some kind and find the same autosoft that they use, maybe some sort of imaging software to give it an idea of what to tattoo. Is that doable?
Yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of different options that you might be able to operate with.
I'm also
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
looking at them.
Yeah, it just went really quiet, and I thought I
That's
DC'd.
There's the this is gonna sound terrible. There's the Horizon Little Buddy, which is about the size of a 5-year-old human.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. So like the one that they wrote that you can parents get them to babysit their children or something.
Yeah, no, you that could work if you want to pay the the money for the AutoSoft.
How expensive is he? I can't find him now.
The Little Buddy is only about 2 grand.
That's affordable. What
Yeah, I
about
just
the
found that.
autosoft?
And that's up to you guys on how good of an AutoSoft you want to buy.
No, the best ones, the rating 6 ones, are usually like 3,000, and those like targeting autosoft and stuff. So I would assume it's at least that much or less.
I mean, it's a civilian thing, so probably less.
It's up to you, Bams. Like I will be perfectly fine shelling like the money for the drone because I wanted to buy one to put to
Right.
use in a way.
we can go with half price on the AutoSoft because it is like a civilian painter type thing.
Okay, and
Okay.
like I don't want to nitpick or anything, but as a person who has like 14 in drones knowledge, like how a reality check, how good of a tattoo could the babysitting drone supplied with an like tattoo making autosoft get?
It would take some babysitting. Like you would have to kind of watch it and that kind of stuff because its size might be a small issue getting around the body,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be more about the advantage you have here is a corpse is not going to move. It is a stationary object. You can put this thing in a fridge or freezer
Mm-hmm.
somewhere so that it doesn't like continue to decompose, and you can
Mm-hmm.
start inking it up. Um, so that's an advantage you have. It's just a matter of how long the time it's going to take, and you can improve the quality of the tattoo by taking more time
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because like
So, like mechanically, I would have to, I guess, since I know nothing about tattooing, like probably pilot it, not like rigging it, like jumping into it, but like piloting it
um
remotely. Or
not
are we not doing like mechanically at all?
not so much actually like jumping into it and piloting it, more just it'll it'll come down to how long do you guys want to spend on doing this?
Okay,
Because the
so it's
longer you
three and a
spend, the
half
better.
thousand for a. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's a 3,500 for like the actual tattoo replication. What about the body?
I don't know.
That's going to be trickier.
Bams. By the way, there's like another drone I remember. There's like the traditional bartender drone, if you remember, the anthropomorphic whatever drone. He was like really cheap, if I remember. Uh,
I don't remember
but
what he was called.
okay, so you guys talk about the eventual body, and I tried to find the guy.
There's the Evo Proletarian with the giant arm meant for fixing cars.
Yeah, that's like more fixing cars, I would assume, but
Well,
maybe.
you give it
It
an
has an
auto
arm
soft
though. You
tattoo
can
needle. It
you
can move around, do what it wants,
yeah you could put whatever you want in its arm.
and it's only 2,000 or 4K total as opposed to 2 on the other one. You might get more use out of it instead of a little kid.
Well, what I was thinking about is like the little kit can probably do a little bit of medical stuff, so it can get to you guys when I'm not going to maybe patch you up or something. And I
You'd
know
probably
if
have to
Proletarian can
modify it
do it.
though.
No, I guess it can like it explicitly said that it can apply a trauma patch if needed, if supplied with the Autosoft. I don't believe the medical thingy can do that. The Proletarian can do that.
It'd make for a great distraction, anyways.
Yeah, it would. Okay, so you guys talk about the body, and I'm looking for a drone still, I think.
I'll give
So
a call
Don-
over to the voodoo chick.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
alternatively, Dante, maybe your doc friend has a dumpster full of bodies. For when he screwed up.
Well, he specifically said if you get me a corpse that looks like him, I should be able to do it.
Yeah. All right.
Is that what you guys want to?
Everyone cool with calling the voodoo chick?
Long as it's not me who has to call her.
Yeah, I sort of
Yeah.
suggested this.
That's fine.
Oh.
I'm comfortable talking to her.
So I'll give her a ring.
Sure, she will. I don't think she has any funny answers except for just the spells are rust.
Yeah, hey, it's Dante. Hoping I'll be able to buy something from you. A little bit of a specialty case.
She'll Dante. Ah, yes. How are you and yours?
Profitable. Alive. All I can really ask for.
That sounds like something that me and mine could help you with then, as you seem to have the Nuyen required.
I'm in need of a corpse that looks similar to a specific person.
She knows him.
She'll give a little chuckle. Ironic, is it not?
It is.
Do you wish to come down to the shop with yours, or will this conversation suffice?
This is fine. Of course, should we have an exchange of goods, I will come to make pickup. But if you can't help me with this, I don't see any reason for us to waste any more time than we already have.
It will depend upon the particulars. Do you have?
Yeah, he'll send over a quick picture of him.
She knows him.
It is.
Yeah, she should know, Larry.
Yeah, right. But sending the picture is one thing, and telling him who it is a
Yeah.
different.
No,
So
he'll just
You
send
send
a
over
quick
this
rant.
picture. There's a moment, and then all you hear is the most rich laughter that like nothing is so simple or joyful as the laughter of a small child.
Yeah.
This is from the
Better.
belly, the funniest thing in the world, and
I figured you'd get a kick out of that.
Is she like pounding the countertop?
yes, but in a very ladylike fashion of, um, she's a little dignified after all.
Yeah.
You and yours should come to the shop. This sounds like a story.
Sure. Are you around now?
Yes, it doesn't need to be all. But
Yeah, I'll swing by with anyone who's available.
and she'll be laughing. You can hear that like deep sigh, like, and you can only imagine that she is wiping a tear from her eyes or two.
Oh, I needed that.
Is everybody going down to see Miss Cleo?
Yeah.
I'm not. I will probably just go to Big Bob and ask around about either the Proletarian or the Horizon Little Buddy. Does he have those, or is he just like specifically vehicle based?
He can get you into the proletariat. The little buddy, he's gonna look at you like, son, I sell vehicles for men, not boys.
Well, some men have needs.
I didn't say.
While men do have needs, son, I'm not sure I'm fit to handle those kind of needs.
The orc said that. I didn't.
No, the Evans, the player, said that.
I know, but yeah,
Yeah, so I
can
guess
tell you what it is,
Okay, so I'm gonna probably settle for it right now. I don't want to look really all that much.
Sure.
I could buy a Proletarian and have it in my garage to fix my car for me when I'm not looking.
And
So I can detract the money right now, or
Yeah, it'll take an hour or two just for him to finish with a customer, that kind of thing.
sure. But it's like a legitimate drone. It's not like a half-price drone like what I.
No, he is willing to sell you one of his models off of his repair units. Like this drone used to work for Big Bob.
Sure.
Jet is gonna say to Dante, "You think you'll need backup?"
I think I'll be fine.
And then he texts Hex. Do you think you'll need backup?
Assumption is Hex is trying to take it easy if she can.
Yeah, but just recovered from major surgery. You need anybody there?
She thinks she's gonna be okay.
Okay.
She hopes she'll be okay anyway. GM, don't shoot at her again.
I mean, don't put me in a situation to shoot at you again.
All right. Then.
So who's going to see Miss Cleo?
Jet is going with Rob.
I'm not going to see Miss Cleo because I'm afraid I might have an aggressive reaction after the last time.
That's cool. Dante can go alone.
That's fine.
I'm gonna tag along with Dante.
Sure. Who's babysitting Larry?
Radiator.
Yeah, I would say that Jet will watch him in the van with
Sure.
Rot.
Are we really worried that he might run? I mean, we're going to help him out of a
Are
pretty
you
big
worried
jam.
that he might run, or are you worried that he might get murdered?
Oh yeah, right.
That's the other thing.
There are at least two people out there who know what you all look like, and may have negative.
Yeah, actually, this is a little bit weird. We're like riding all around the town, doing stuff, and there are at least two people who we want to like. We've ruined their payday for at least a second time, and we
Well,
keep ruining it.
technically, you
So,
only ruined it once. You just took this opportunity from them, their first attempt.
And I
Mm.
shot him.
sort of.
A
Yeah,
few times
No,
now.
there's no sort of. I shot him.
but they shot back, so that's fine.
Yeah.
that evens out. Like we shot each other. It's a thing we do.
Hex, you do have her comm code. Just saying. If you wanted
I'm
to,
afraid to look for it because if I roll, I might roll crappy.
Yeah, call her and tell her you're dead. Then she won't shoot at you anymore.
Should ask her on a date.
I'm sorry, stop shooting at me. I died last time you shot me, so I think I'm good and dead now.
Yeah,
And
that
from
should do it.
beyond the grave.
this is a dead man's letter. Please don't respond. The party will not be able to receive it.
Yeah,
So,
and
Or this is a ghost in the machine. I'm coming back to haunt you.
whoops.
and Jet's gonna send Hex a text. Call me if you need me.
You're gonna receive like a little thumbs up.
And he's gonna give the Terminator style thumbs up to you.
So he's gonna find some molten metal to throw himself into.
No, I meant the stiff, awkward, robotic.
I like my idea better. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I also like your idea better.
Okay, I rolled a new character.
damn it.
It's a lot of Dante. I'm just saying.
Scooting over to Miss Cleo. You guys come in.
Jet hate.
It's more or less the same as you remember it. She's sitting behind the counter with just the dumbest smile on her face.
Yeah, Dante will match it.
Friends, what can me and mine do for you on this most amusing of days?
Well, as we spoke about before, you can help me solve a problem. A most amusing one at that.
She'll make motions with her hands for you to continue. You guys are the only ones in the shop.
Well, our mutual friend has gotten himself in a tight spot. I need to make him disappear in a most convincing way. So, we are decided to try and convince people that he was dead.
She'll lean up on the counter and look between you and Tasu.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot more to it than that. You know him well enough to fill in the blanks on how he could have gotten himself in trouble. I think he is probably the only person that fully understands the depths to how bad he fucks up.
It may surprise you to know that sometimes he has a way of rubbing people the wrong way.
Just throw back her head in laughter. Have you and yours considered just shooting him?
Many times.
More laughter. She'll hold up a hand and take a moment to compose herself. What exactly is it that you need from me and mine?
Just need a body that looks enough like him that, with some liberal creative applications, was gonna fool people.
And she'll kind of tap her lips. How fresh of a body?
Within a few days.
And at this point, I will roll some dice to see what she can come up with. there can be some calls made. I hope you do realize that a price tends to be involved with these kinds of things.
Well, of
Shoulders.
course. That's just business. What can we do for you?
Yin will suffice this time. And then if you guys want to team up to do like a negotiation thing, we'll see what kind of price you guys come up with.
Double team negotiation.
Did her threshold pop my spell?
No, I'm not that worried about that.
Okay.
That was more of like a, hey, these things exist that you should be aware of. And here's a non-threatening way to introduce them to you.
So I just roll negotiation to give him assist dice, correct?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to. Too close to. It's too low. It risks a glitch.
Yes, but if you have good leadership dice, you could also use leadership.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
So good.
I can't lead myself.
It's like, all right, me, I've got this.
He's just in the bathroom talking to the mirror for a couple minutes.
That's a thing people do, or trolls possibly
fuck
do.
Got edge, baby. Use it.
Yep. Jesus, that was garbage. All right, I'm going home.
I mean, the good news is you still ended up kind of winning.
Yeah.
So you guys will talk about it a little bit, and then she'll come back, and you'll kind of settle on about. What did she pay you guys when you got her body a piece? Was it 6?
I think so.
Okay. To bring things back full circle, she'll ask for that in return. It started off much higher because you're short notice, but bringing up the irony and the amusing part of the factor seems to have put her in a good mood, and almost assuredly pointing out to the fact that this is going to put him out of her hair forever. Kind of broke her down on what she's going to charge you.
So she's asking for 6 or she's asking for 30?
She's asking for 6.
Done.
Yeah, that makes that easy. At 30, I was just gonna have to apologize and leave.
No.
Getting the body for $6,000? That's like way easier than I thought.
I mean, Mum was the
Well, no, like
how.
I don't want to like raise just like your doubts about anything. Sure, that's okay.
Alright.
Oh man, I bet we could have walked into that hospital and just paid somebody $6,000 for the body.
Did this guy just die right now? Like, let me look at him.
Sansa
Yeah,
is middleman.
We're not asking those questions.
So you guys have bought a tattoo drone, a tattoo autosoft. You've purchased access to a corpse.
So I bought like an evil proletarian with like the tattoo I paid $1.5 for. So yes, is this correct?
It would be
So it's like
the base cost of the drone and then the half cost on the autosoft.
so it's 4,000 for the drone and 1,500 for the evil proletarian is
The proletarian is for.
yeah. So it's 5 and a 5,
Mhm.
550. Why does it say it costs 7 on this stupid program?
I don't know.
Never mind. I just find it out later.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to split all of this, right?
Yeah, if somebody wants to
Yeah.
make a giant pile of expenses so far, you guys can do
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, once we get the grand total.
Remember, guys, I still got to figure out what I'm going to do for my ear, so I've still got to pay somebody something for that.
Cyber ears aren't that expensive.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, but I also don't have that much money either.
A
Like I said.
cyber ear is 3,000 Nubian for a rating 1 anyway.
So, you guys look at the body in a couple of hours. You have the drone, you have the stuff. You can. I'm not going to bust your balls over the inks because that's something you could probably purchase as like a baby's first tattoo kit with the Autosoft.
How much is it going
Baby's
to
first
cost
tattoo
for
kit.
Chrome Dome to do the modifications?
That's a good question. Let me take a quick look.
And also, Sue, can you look over Larry to see if those are magical tattoos?
They're not. They're just Yakuza tattoos, but using the like inks and stuff as opposed to the LED stuff keeps you from impacting essence.
I don't think we have to worry about the dead bodies essence rating, right?
No, but it's keeping things looking the same.
Yeah, using a
Like-
bunch of like LED tattoos, if they looked into his tattoos, would show that they are
Not traditional.
Oh, yeah, okay.
hence going with the inks.
Yeah.
I was just clarifying why he has what he has.
Yeah, I would be more worried about the traditional aspect than the essence, because you can't get an essence read off of a corpse, right?
Correct.
Nope. Well, it has 0 essence and is a corpse.
It is cold and dark and dying. So she got 4 hits on her capability to find a body. So looking at the biosculpting under BioWare, a moderate modification is 500 to 2,000. So we're probably going to go on to 2,000 just for the amount of, because like most of her 4 hits that she had in acquiring said corpse went to male, Japanese, build, speed. So you're looking at like 2,000 for the surgery, and then whatever you want to pay him to keep quiet about that.
Like I brought up the idea of like blowing off the corpse's head. Would that knock off the price?
That's a good thing. That's a good question.
It would lower the price because there is less of him to work with, but in removing the head of a thing, you are removing most of the identifying features.
Okay, fair.
I'd rather pay that extra 1,000 for yeah, that's definitely Larry.
Can we like get a reality check on that one? Like how much of him? Because it would be beneficial to us to mangle him just a little bit to make him like a.
We could just shoot him through the eye or something.
Yes, to make him harder to recognize, but not that hard.
No,
just
to make him
look really...
like, find the body. It will probably have died from bullet holes. Big surprise that people get shot a lot. But then it comes down to how are you guys making contact to sell the body?
I was going to see if we can call the information broker, get us in touch with a bounty hunter, and pay him a fee to collect the bounty for us.
Why would he do that?
Because he'll get 10,000 Nuyen just for walking in and saying, yo, pay me. Like, it's free.
I mean, we could.
That's like 10 grand.
Okay, do you want to go to the Mafia and say, hi, my name is this Rot guy. You may or may not have seen me recently. Here's this Larry guy. Please pay me.
I mean, we could go in with ballistic masks and voice distorters, but they would. There's the possibility that
That
they'd
sets
be
the
like,
tone.
"Hey, take off your
Yeah.
take off your mask. Why don't you have a drink?"
You know, we know a bounty hunter who knows
We do.
ab-
And
about this
they
deal.
very well might want easy money for it. We could call them up and ask them. Might also
That's a
be some
thought. We would.
goodwill that gets them off our ass.
Yeah, helps them
That's
preserve their rep.
yeah. But will they agree for 10,000? I think they'll want more, maybe. Well, we can
call
cross
them
that
and
bridge.
ask.
Yeah.
I think we'll negotiate with them.
Is that what you want to do?
We can try. We
I
would like
would
to.
say we try and conceal our location when we make those calls. I don't know how you would do that, both in
Just go
character
to the
and
middle of the
person.
city, call them from a burner.
Be moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of easy criminal ways to mask your location. Hex, how do you feel about calling what I'm assuming that I didn't misinterpret here, that you are going to call Matilda?
She could just send us the number.
Or just like this idea in general?
I don't know that I need to go out of my way to call Matilda. I mean, like,
I mean, you
is
can
there
supply
something-
them the com code if you want. I just more meant upon the fact of how did your character feel about, hey, we're gonna call the guys that just almost killed you and get them to do us a favor.
I don't think Hex would be too terribly pleased with that.
Yeah, maybe Hex
Yeah.
should use some of her words to explain her displeasure to her teammates.
Well, like, did they explain that they needed the com code or anything? Because if not, then
Why don't we roleplay it?
You have the best ideas, Jet.
I know,
It
isn't
happens every once in a while.
it? Jet's like, it's a role playing game. Role play.
I ain't here to play dice.
Hey, X. You know about the plan we're trying to collect the bounty for a fake dead Larry, right?
Yeah.
Well, in a perfect world, we would have a middleman collect that bounty for us and give us a cut of the money. Just one step removed from the mob. Right now, we're thinking about giving a call to Leon and Matilda. See if we could earn some goodwill by sharing the money around.
So by call them, you mean ambush them and shoot them in the back?
Sorry, you got quiet in the middle there. What did you say?
So by call, you mean ambush and shoot in the back?
Well, I'm thinking more along the lines of giving them some money so they don't try to shoot us in the back.
I don't know if I like the plan of working with them.
Do you prefer the option of working against them?
That also did not work out so well.
Listen, kid, if we do this, we might be able to get them off their back. And I'll tell you what, if we meet them again, we kill them right then and there.
Well, we're in a predicament where they might not be so willing to leave us alone.
I
So-
did kind of shoot one of them.
Yeah. So we're going to have to deal with them in one way, shape, or form. We're either going to have to get them to be a little bit more neutral towards us, or we're going to have to make it so they're out of the equation.
So what you're saying is this is absolutely necessary and there's no other way around it.
Well, it's really got one of two options. Either we put a bullet in their heads, or we try and make nice with them.
So, like, how likely is option one?
How's your chest feel?
It's pretty sore.
It's the problem when you're against a sniper. Like, unless we get Matilda directly in front of our face, she could be watching the meat, ready to take us out.
And
And
she
short of
escaped from us once.
And short of a lot of collateral damage, we probably won't be able to hit her.
So what you're saying is, basically, us being able to ambush them is probably not very likely at this moment.
Not on short notice, no.
Now, if we can convince them to both come meet us and something goes awry, then maybe. But I don't think it's wise to go into it expecting it to happen that way.
Well, Rod sort of does turn around to everybody and say, we could call them and try to kill them, just to save money. But I can do it alone, so...
That
I
doesn't
mean,
get
if you
us
want to
paid.
deal with the mob, that's
We're not
that's
going to
up to
ask them to go to the mob and get some money and bring back the money to us and then they keep some of it. We're going to ask them to purchase the corpse for 50k or whatever, and then they collect the 60.
Exactly.
I know, but we could kill them afterwards and get back the money. And get them off our backs.
yeah, but
We
they
could
might
do
have
this,
already
but-
transferred it to an account, and then
Do we not want the introduction to but the new fixer?
Oh, right. True. If they're up for it, maybe.
I don't know that I
Good
want
point.
to do business with their kind of fixer.
yeah,
This is true.
Well, I mean, let's just maybe just find out who he is. Maybe he's just a good fixer, only they take only wet jobs.
This is also true.
Phone call never hurts. But Hex has, well, I guess not the most skin in the game anymore. Kind of lost a little. But
Sorry, Hex.
Hex, this will be your call on this one.
Well, I don't want anything to do with it at all, like do with them or anything right now. Unless, maybe it's for paying the favor. So if you have to deal with them, I can give you the comm code, but I don't want anything to do with it.
we weren't asking you to talk to him. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're fine with that, I assume.
Yeah. So let's make the call.
So Hex is going to send the comm code over with, like little middle fingers on each end of the comm code. Sort of
And
like-
Matilda changed her number, as expected.
Quite possibly. I mean, I would have ditched it,
Mm.
but we'll see.
It's funny. There's no actual details for straight up changing a number, like on a piece of gear. So
Yeah, you just throw the phone away.
yeah, but this is a nicer phone, man. That's expensive, and they haven't gotten paid yet.
You got to go to the store. You got to pay a fee. It's a whole big
Yeah, you
thing.
sign a contract. There's a SIN scan. She's got to put up with being called a child. It's the worst.
Okay.
So who's making the call?
The talky persons.
Jet would probably not be a good idea.
Dante, you or I?
Yeah, it's the most logical one.
You could conference call him.
Yeah, sure. We could do that.
Hey, Matilda, you're on a loudspeaker, so,
So don't say anything.
hello!
Hey, you're on the line with Rocky and the Beast.
Damn. So after a couple of rings, it'll answer with a very tentative hello.
Well, hello there.
Who is this?
We had a little incident with being in the middle of a shooting gallery yesterday, or a few days ago at this point, right?
Yesterday is appropriate because this was like you were at Dock Wagon for a day, unless you guys are taking a little longer. Um, that's up to you guys on how long after getting Hex out of the hospital you want to take.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, who has the biggest fridge? The body is the limit. Is the time? Is the
It
countdown?
was
really?
going to take her a couple of hours to get it. Like you could.
Okay.
So Hex a day later, and then this will probably be the day after that.
Okay, so like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
She'll respond with like, "I'm afraid I'm not familiar with what you're talking about."
Ah,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you are.
I don't remember doing that.
I'm sorry, and this is?
I'm the guy that put a couple holes in your friend.
The frag do you want?
Well, I'm hoping that we can let some bygones be bygones. We put some holes in yours, you put some holes in ours. There was an offer that he had made, and I think we can both stand to earn a little money out of this as well.
So there'll be a moment will go by, and then another person will enter the call with a hello.
Hey there, buddy.
Not exactly.
I would laugh my ass off if there's just like a random person like, hello? Who's on the
Somebody
line?
in the house picked up the line. It's
It's a
Matilda's
party
mom.
How do you answer the phone?
But no, it's like a little bit of a voice thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hear that it is Leon. It's not exactly how I was planning on spending my day. I had some things going on.
Well, I don't imagine that us talking to each other civilly was really high on any of our list of expectations.
It's funny you should mention that because I thought that's how it started off.
Well, yeah, but
Hmm.
you really had us dead to rights, and that's not really talking from a place of goodwill.
And she'll pipe in with a, "Yeah, how's your friend?"
Alive.
Hmm. Probably got her deck
You
though.
Yeah, it was a good shot. I'll give you that much.
Tell her not to frag with my stuff.
Well, I think we got the message.
And Leon will come in and is like, "Now, Matilda, don't. We're here to discuss business, not personal vendettas." She'll come in with
So
a,
good to hear you say that.
There was blood lost on both sides. I think we can get past it, at least in the interest of business.
As to this business, what did are you calling the surrender?
Well,
You have a commission to return the corpse of Larry Fourfingers, do not?
There is a certain amount of money that is offered up for that.
Well, previously we were working against you, much to our mutual dismay, I believe.
There's an animation of like, phew, like finger gun comes from Matilda.
Yeah. Well, in the course of events, we have come to find him less than convenient. And, well, to make quite a long and tedious story short, we would like to sell you the corpse that I believe you will need to turn in for your commission.
If you guys want to roll me some con real quick, we'll see.
Let's play dice.
Let's see how this is
Dante,
going to go.
how's your con?
it's pretty good.
Like, higher or lower than 13?
Very curious.
I believe I have 15.
Other than a
Or
couple
no,
of
it'll be
times.
13 because they can't smell me.
There's all kinds of weird shit.
All right. Do you want to lead or
I just
Did I?
love the Shadowrun things. They can't smell me. 13.
Well, it doesn't really matter, my 13 or your 13.
All right.
Somebody's got to
I guess I
assist.
would give you the assist because you were doing the talking.
Sounds good.
I should really hope that they can't smell him on the other line. Or on the other side of the line.
He is pretty fragrant.
Do you want to edge your assist roll, or are you happy with 2?
I suppose.
Everybody except for Hex would have been able to regain edge, by the way.
Sorry?
Well, he cut out again.
Everybody but Hex would have been able to regain edge, by the way.
Assist, I guess?
Are we ever gonna get there?
Well, everyone but Hex would have been able to.
Regain some edge.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're giving me 8?
Up to your ranks in the skill.
I have 6 in con.
Yep. And how many does Sue have?
4.
Yep, looks like 4 then.
So you get 4 dice.
All right.
Wait, how many ranks does Dante have in the skill?
6.
6.
Okay, maybe it should be the other way.
But now that he's assisted,
Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, next time though.
so it's
Die has been
17
cast.
total.
17.
Awesome. I guess. Both Matilda and Leon are really bad at reading people. They're just good at killing them.
I mean, Matilda actually has a character sheet.
Dude,
Doctor's appointment.
A needlepoint section she's quite proud of.
Mm-mm.
Matilda has a and you cut out.
Character sheet.
I have-
You'll be happy to know that charisma is not one of her strong points.
Oh, okay.
We are.
So I have 5. It brings
So they're going to go back and forth asking questions. You guys are going to be deflecting some of the questions, answering some of them. And they're gonna teamwork on their end to come up with an opposition dice pool here, which I don't think is going to be enough.
so do you have any edge left?
Me?
Yeah.
Mm.
That
Yep.
might be pretty close to his social limit as well, though.
Oh, okay.
Let me check that real quick.
I'm just giving my charge.
His social limit is probably 1 billion.
My social limit is 10.
So you've got 3 possible successes left.
And you also get +1 to that limit because you have assistance, which increases your limit by 1.
Okay.
Might be worth it.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Let's see some dice then.
Fucking A.
Huh.
So they agree to
Shit.
take it for you and turn it in. 60 was the price. They're gonna offer you 25 for the body.
That's it?
I mean, if you want to try and negotiate, you can negotiate it up here. If you
No, I mean, like, I was expecting a follow-up, like 25 for the body and like 10 for your lives.
No, it'll be set up in an escrow account that when they get paid for turning the body in, they'll release the money to you. Um,
I also did mention the prior business arrangement. I just didn't actually talk much more about it.
sure. So you still want to be introduced to
yeah,
this
their
other fixer
fixer.
guy.
Um, 25,000.
Yep, and mechanically, because you guys crushed them on the do better. I don't want to do better. I want to.
Why don't you try?
Fine, they'll do better. Um, they are willing to split it like 50-50 if that's cool with you.
So that would be 10, 20.7,
It would be 30 total back to you guys.
Now,
14.7. So we'd be making 15 on the deal.
is that a 50-50, including introduction to the fixer and a ceasefire?
Yeah, because you guys, in that conversation, there will be Matilda will be kind of pissed off about the idea of not getting some kind of revenge, but you will see Leon talk her down.
So with the 3K, we'd be making 18 on the deal.
That's okay to get out of the scot-free.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
we don't have them coming after us at this point. The mob isn't being introduced to our faces.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it for the
On-
additional safety.
Yeah, for a job in which we, at least this time didn't get shot at, I'm quite comfortable with this.
Well, one of us did.
No, Rot also got shot at.
Yeah, sort of.
That's not sort of. You did
I-
get shot at.
And
I
Dante,
wanted to mention that we could at least try talking them down on the price a little bit.
we did.
What? Yeah.
They started.
No,
off
we
with-
just.
Go ahead.
I mean,
Okay.
I just got him up by like 20%.
So,
And Dante, I don't know how you feel about this. Larry said he would cover the continued care for Hex.
Larry got the
the doctor took care of her, and we didn't have to pay for it.
yeah, the whole
Right.
dock wagon thing. Larry took.
You think he can do better?
I mean, I
Well-
think we can.
I mean, he doesn't have any cash right now, right?
Yeah, like
Who
At
knows?
we're
least
not,
that's what he
Yeah.
said.
That's what he
We're-
said.
we're not making a whole lot of Nuyen on this. When we originally took the job, we weren't expecting a whole lot of Nuyen on this.
Yeah,
It gets
I'm
Leon
thinking
and
in-
Matilda off our ass.
I would say if we wanted to talk to him and see if he could do better, we would frame it in terms of helping us cover the costs of getting him out of there, because we're going to do a much better job than I'm sure he imagined, and the costs were significantly higher than expected.
We can
I
see
think we
what
have-
else we might be able to milk out of Larry. We can at least get contact lists from him. Maybe he has another fixer he can put us through. He might not be
Yes.
able to get much Nuyen to us, but there is extra benefit we might still be able to get.
Yeah, maybe he's got contacts, equipment, who knows.
He will.
Okay,
be going
but
to
let's
ground
just-
in another city. The good news is
Uh.
it's relatively trivial when nobody is hunting for you to go to an airport and get on a plane to somewhere else. But he is not dead, so he could potentially come up with other stuff.
But let's just not forget that this is assuming that everything goes super well and they fall for our little corpse thing.
Yeah.
If
Bob
they don't,
finds out, we
Perfectly
might
in
have
the
to deal
past.
with Leon and Matilda.
well, Leon and Matilda, that's one. The Mafia, that's the second one. So,
It's a gamble.
We don't have to deal with the mafia.
well, if Leon and Matilda find out, I don't think that's a problem since they're gonna get paid anyway. Just a little bit, but they might want more, and the Mafia may want revenge if we, if they find out that we
You're a shadow
did
runner.
this.
If you don't want risk, you should go work at Stuffer Shack.
Yeah. We're paying Leon and Matilda 30K to not have to deal with the mob and worry about that.
Yes, but I was just thinking about maybe somehow more, since
No. I mean, if the mob finds out that it's a fake, they'll go after the people turning in the body. Then, if they survive, those people who turned in the body will come after the people who sold them a fake corpse. Well, I mean, the corpse is real. The Larry part isn't.
Yeah. Don't cast aspersions on the quality of my corpse.
We sent him one of those CPR dummies.
With Larry's face photocopy taped to the front.
Like in Deadpool.
Yep.
mm,
Hey, Larry didn't look like Hugh Jackman.
That was one of the best parts because it insinuates that the entire time he's got that paper stuck to his face underneath the mask,
He's always had it.
just in case. It's commitment
He
to the
would
joke.
totally do
Um.
that.
So yeah, we'll kind of fast forward and we'll meet the new fixer next time when somebody else is gonna do a run.
And somebody else
Ooh.
is going to get shot.
No, maybe. But
why did you answer reflexively with a no?
no, I said a maybe because I don't know what's going on in that other run that somebody else besides me is doing.
Wait, if Dante
Bamce
is
isn't
running,
going to shoot us this time.
Right?
if Dante's running the next run, who's running Dante
No
for the
way.
next run? Who are you?
Dante is going to
You'll
be
find out.
having a medical procedure.
Ah,
Um. But yeah, let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll talk about behind the scenes stuff. All right.
Sure.